Bonjour et bienvenue pour sentir le café. I was like, welcome to Smell the Coffee. But anyway, good morning and welcome to Thursday's edition of Smell the Coffee. I am your host, Anna Master, alongside Glenn Rashtapura. And for the next 30 minutes, we're going to be keeping you entertained with all the latest news. And you know what? We're going to be chatting up a storm. Good morning, Glenn. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. I didn't compliment you on your little...
Oh, my little
pigtail! I saw it today when I was like, oh, she looks cute.
Oh, thank you.
It looks so cute. It looks so cute.
Thank you.
How have you been? I feel like we haven't hung out.
We haven't hung out, and, you know, every time we do, we talk a lot.
Yes.
We have so many stories and so much to catch up on.
Yes.
That I think we are due for either a lunch or a dinner date.
Yes, we do. Yeah, speaking of that, did you have actually like preferences, like when you're going on a date? Like what's your preference? Guys, these are tips now.
This is your one chance to get with the national treasure.
Exactly.
So Glenora has you covered because she's asking me to spill the secret so that you get your chance to.
Yeah. What would impress you on a date?
What would impress me on a date? I'm actually very easy to please. Like, I'm so simple. I'm a hopeless romantic. If you say to me, let's go out for dinner.
Yeah.
Like even just that, right?
Yeah.
And then we dress up, of course. And when you come to pick me up, you bring flowers. Isn't that adorable?
That is so, but not a lot of people do that.
No.
It's so annoying. Not a lot of people do that.
Yeah, I've noticed, like, guys here, when they say I'm coming to see you, they mean exactly that. They're just coming with their eyes to just see you.
Exactly. Or the come over, that's the first date. Like, I'm just like, what? What? Like,
okay,
guys.
Can I ask, what has been one of the worst dates you've ever been on?
Oh, wow. Funny you should ask that. So, it was a blind date.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah, it's already like going terrible. It was a blind date setup. And then it's like, this guy, he comes and he picks me up, and I'm like wearing heels. I'm like, you know what, ready to go.
Up,
yes, I put on like the nicest perfume.
You're glammed up.
The people at home were eating KFC. I'm like, guys, I'm going out. I'm not touching that. So I get in the car and it's like, yeah, so we quickly have to go drop off this car, and then I need to pick up another car. I'm like, okay, fine. Little glitch, right? So he does that, and then he's like, so now we get into the other car, and it's like, so there's like like a Pick and Pay bag.
Okay.
And it's like, so there's like meat there. meat and whatever. There's like some meat and like whatever. I'm quickly gonna get my hair cut. Do you wanna come with me? And I'm like,
my
dude, what do you think you're doing right now? And then it's like, no, I was just busy. And I'm like, but why would you say let's go on a date that you're not so busy, and you want me to go sit with you while you're getting your hair cut?
What am I supposed to do? I've realized.
And eat from this
plastic bag. That is traumatizing. How did you recover? Are you okay?
I was like, take me back home right now. So when I got home, because I was like,
and you're like, I'm not eating KFC.
Yeah, I'm back to
yes.
Shame. It was like the worst date. I was just like, what? And then after that, so my friend set me up with him, and then he was like, yeah, she's very high end. She's like, I'm like, no, I'm not high end. You just need to be a decent human being.
You know, I could literally be the happiest girl if you decide we're gonna go on a picnic.
Exactly.
Like, it's so cute, the fact that, you know, because if you're my person, I want to spend time with you. It doesn't matter what we do. Just don't ask me to run errands with you on a first date.
Exactly.
But of course, if you're my person, I actually find joy in that. Like, I'm just gonna sit there happy and be like, you know, okay, just do your thing. I'm just gonna be sitting here.
Exactly, but we're dating. We've known each other. But on a first date, I don't know why men think that running errands with a girl is a good first date. It's not. It's really not. If you want to go on a date with someone, be honest from the get-go. Listen, I don't have a lot of money. Yeah. So, I mean, you can pay. Like, we're gonna split the bill. Like, guys, be upfront with that, because some of us don't mind events.
No, some of us don't mind. But then the thing is, there's that unspoken rule where it's like whoever asks for the date pays for the date.
Exactly.
If you ask me out on a date,
you're going to pay for the date. But if I ask you out on the date, I'm going to pay for the date. You know, that's how it is. Yeah, sure, other couples have the whole going Dutch thing where you split the bill, like whoever, like someone pays for what they ordered. That's also fine. But just communicate these things beforehand. I always carry my wallet on a date.
Yes.
Always. Always.
You are ready.
Always.
You are
and
ready.
I always order things within my budget.
Exactly. Just in case there's that.
Just in case is that, because people don't communicate these things. But on that note, please do share with us some of your worst date experiences in the comments. And who knows, maybe tomorrow, on tomorrow's episode, we'll read those out and have a chat about that. But stick around, we'll be back with our freshly brewed news right after this break. Keeping with the theme of relationships, my girlfriend of 9 years broke up with me because I didn't propose. I wasn't ready. A man has sparked a huge debate online after refusing to propose to his girlfriend throughout their 9-year relationship. The 35-year-old woman was admittedly fed up with the waiting for the special moment and ended the almost decade-long relationship with her 37-year-old partner. Taking to popular forum site Reddit, the heartbroken man sought advice on how he can prove his love to his now ex-girlfriend. He explained, "Last week my girlfriend and I got into a fight over something stupid, and it escalated into an argument over what has been a sore spot for her, the fact that I haven't proposed." The man went on to say, "She told me it made her feel unwanted, but I assured her that I do want to marry her. She ended things with me today. She said she didn't want to waste more time. I told her we could go get married tomorrow if that's what she wants, and that I still wanted to propose, but wanted to wait for the right time."
Ooh.
9 years. 9 years. Really, really,
Okay, I was
really,
actually
no.
thinking he maybe, if his stance is, I don't want to get married, that's a different conversation.
It's a different conversation. But
Yeah.
again, it comes back to communication.
Yeah.
Communicate with me from the get-go. Listen, I like you, but don't expect marriage or kids. I don't want kids. I don't want to get married. We can elope, but I don't want to get married. We can live together, but I don't want to get married. These are conversations you need to have, and that is why it's important that on a first date already you establish, listen, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I want, and you're clear moving forward. Because then at the end of the day, if this man doesn't propose, you're not going to be hurt because you don't have these expectations. You already know.
Exactly. But at the same time, I kind of understand where he's coming from. And I don't want to be devil's advocate here, but
Glenora, you're toxic. I'm going to say it now. You are toxic.
No, but listen to me. Hear me out. He said he was not ready. I get it, 9 years seems like a long time. But coming from a person who, I've met people that are divorced and they've been married for 20 years or whatever, and they saying that had they taken the time to just get to know themselves and just explore who they are, some of the decisions that they had made back then, they would have not made now. Can you tell me how old was he?
He's 37, she's 35. So they're, exactly. But my thing is,
I can't defend him as much. He's really old. I thought if he's still in the 20s or early 30s. Ooh.
But my thing is, right,
is a long time.
Just to bring you back,
Yes.
okay? You're saying you understand that he wasn't ready, and you know, you did bring up the thing of divorced couples. But now this is what I'm going to say. When you haven't done your healing and you're just jumping from one relationship to the next, you're going to have unrealistic expectations. You're not going to know a lot about yourself. And then now this person is going to come and highlight the things about yourself that you don't like and that you are not comfortable with. Because if you haven't really done your healing, you close off certain parts of yourself. You get what I'm saying? But then now you meet this person who's probably done their healing and they know exactly what they want and what not. So it turns into something where you feel like this person is attacking you or whatever. Because like at 37, how are you not ready? You've been together for 9 years. I know people that have dated for like 6 months, 3 months, gotten engaged, gotten married, and they're still together, you know? Because I believe that if you find your person, you'll know.
Yeah, but also that also comes down to, like, I feel like we've made marriage this like big thing, like it's a goal by whatever, I need to be married if I've dated you for this long, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just like, let's say I've never have a goal to have a best friend. By 30, I need to have a best friend. That is never a goal. But I so happen to have relationships that are really, really beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just happen into them. Same with marriage. Like you find the person that you connect with and you're like, wow, I can see myself spending the rest of my life with this person. I think that's just it. And I think if he's being honest, she's not the one.
She's not the one, but then if she's not the one, stop wasting her time. Because the thing is, she's 35. Also, if she wants to have kids, her biological clock is ticking. So the thing is, I say you'd have to do your healing. Yeah. You have to know, okay, because also when you've done your healing, that's when now, if you go on a date, immediately you're like, yeah, no, you're not my person. Like you already know, there's that sense of knowing. But stop wasting other people's time. Be straight up. Listen, I don't think I want marriage with you. Because it's not like he doesn't want marriage completely. It could just be a thing of he doesn't want marriage with her. But then just
or he's at a stage in his life where, like you said, he's now completed his healing year to even know what exactly
he wants and what he's looking for.
So maybe in 2 years' time he would have been ready. Who knows? But
and also just to briefly round up, it's like those people that say, I'm terrified of getting married because the idea of spending forever with someone. Are you kidding me? The idea of marriage excites me because I get to spend the rest of my life with my person. Like
as I try to not be the toxic queen, moving on. Wow. Moving on. Drake left embarrassed as card gets declined while trying to gift a fan $500 during a live stream. Drake's credit card was declined while he was on a live stream after he tried to donate some money to a viewer. Drake obviously isn't a short of a few bucks, but he found the card that he was using on this occasion, admitting that the incident was embarrassing.
Oh, that is embarrassing. Drake, my guy.
Do better.
But that's the thing about flexing.
But you know what they're saying? So, I mean, they posted this and then there were comments. Kind of started from the bottom. Now we're back. Now we're back to the bottom.
He circled right back to the bottom.
Yeah, because he's now, I know he lost like a few bets, like in the span of like last year. He's been using this betting company called Stake or something, and he's been promoting it as well, I think. But he lost like a few bets.
Oh no!
But I don't think he's broke. I don't think
okay,
he's broke.
he's obviously not broke. But you know the thing is, because I think he has a like black card.
How much is it for us here?
It's around about what, 9K?
Yeah. Close. To, yeah, it's nothing for him.
8K.
Let's say maybe 10 because of how
like
good the dollar is doing.
I am
right
so
now.
sorry, sir, that your card declined, and that is embarrassing. But the thing is, Drake has always been the butt of the joke in the pop industry. People don't really respect him as a rapper in the first place. People just see him as this pop artist. They don't even see him as a rapper. And in a way, like, Drake,
you can
stop trying too much. Like, you're trying too hard, sweetie. Just relax. Take a breather. It's okay. You don't always have to spend money. But anyway, after the break, unfortunately, we don't have time to dive into any more stories. But after the break, I get to talk to Glenora. Stick around and see what that conversation is going to be all about.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights.
Somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouthwatering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
Now, we are friends in the entertainment industry, and I have to say we're both thespians, but you're more of a writer and I'm more of an actor. So you basically tell me what to do and you direct me what to do. So let's talk about your play. You are currently working on something exciting. What is it?
and like, yes, for sure, I've for the past couple of years, I've been more of a writer, but I have been acting as well, as you know. So I'm just literally an actor for this production, and it actually started in 2019, imagine.
Wow.
Before COVID. So I was working in Germany on this production, and so we were meant to bring it to Namibia, so that's what's happening now. At the end of the month, Namibia is going to finally see what we did.
You've been working on since 2019.
Imagine.
And you did say there's a team from Germany involved.
Yes.
So tell us, how does it work, with rehearsals and working together on something with so much distance between you? How do you find a balance?
Okay, so the play is called Heroland. And technically, the idea behind it is, so before COVID happened, David Javera was the director from Namibia.
Rest in peace,
yes, rest in peace. And even the casting process was such a beautiful process because I worked with him a few years prior to that, and he literally looked for me for this play, and he couldn't find me.
Because you're in Germany.
No, he took me to Germany. I'm just like, he casted me for it. But he had to look for me. He had to hand hard for me to find me, and finally he did. And so the idea behind it was they find Herero actors who are affected by the genocide.
Oh, wow.
And then they can tell the story. It's more of an authentic experience. And then we're working with German actors, and then we have a German director as well. So we have like two visions merging, and we're telling the story of what happened to our people and what the current debates are around the genocide story. So
yeah, because it is a very, it's a discussion that's happening right now.
Exactly.
We've seen with the, it's been in the news.
It's been in the news.
And it's quite relevant.
And to be fair, we started this out before the German government even acknowledged that it was a genocide.
Yeah.
That's like, we started this play, and then it was well received in Hamburg. People were actually having conversations around, we didn't know this happened. We are not taught this in our history.
It's something that's just been swept under the rug.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there was like these light bulbs happening while we were that side, and it really had like massive positive responses when we were there, and they even we extended our visas because we had to do more shows. So it was a massive success that side. And we never got to bring it to Namibia.
Because then COVID hit.
Yes, COVID hit. Yeah, literally. So now we're doing that. And the whole collaboration between a German team and a Namibian team, I think that has helped make it more authentic. Because you can hear it from that side, and you can hear it from this side.
Exactly. It's being told from both sides. It's not a he said, she said type of situation. So, because I always say there's three sides to the story. There's my side, your side, and the truth. So what is your role?
So this is actually it was my first time to be part of such a production. And the way the play is done, it's not your typical play. It's not linear.
We don't have characters.
Yeah, it's not linear. Yes, you don't have characters. There's movement. The audience is going to move. And 3 people can go to the show, or 2 people can go to the show, and they will have a different experience. Because we are trying to put you into a museum, but also give you a play. Ooh. So there's a lot happening. So it's very interesting how we are playing with how we tell the story.
Yeah.
Yes, and the directors were
and how the audience also engages and interacts.
Yes,
with the
everybody
story.
has a different experience. So That's what I like about this play. It's so different. I don't think anybody has done something like this.
But you still didn't answer my question. What is your role?
So my role is, technically, we have different roles. Like I said, it's not linear. It's not like, oh, this is your one role and this is it. So it's, like I said, it's more of a museum on Herero, what happened to us technically. But the main reason why we were casted, and what I realized while I was there, I actually didn't even know that I had a Herero story to tell. Like the fact that I'm light-skinned. My grandfather was a result of rape. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yes.
And I didn't know that I have this, you know, and so that's what they were looking for, the directors. Like, you are Herero, you can tell this story authentically. Like, you are light-skinned, and growing up with a mother who's lighter skinned than me, with, I don't want to say fairer hair, but with like a different texture of hair, that had something on how I saw myself, how I viewed beauty. Because people would come like, oh, you're such a beautiful woman, but what happened to your children, you know? So there's that. They don't have the German features. So these are things that they were looking for when they were casting. I mean, not casting, but after they casted us, like, tell us your story. And then we had to dig deep. And then I was like, well, I didn't even know I was affected by this. So,
Okay, so do you think we should be doing more productions like this to have conversations that people are actually not comfortable having? Because obviously, with something as, like, this thing hits home. You get what I'm saying, like, especially for you. So, like, I just want to know, should we be having more productions like this where we discuss uncomfortable situations?
I think so. Because I remember when we were at that side, and so there's this segment after the show, we engage with the audience, and we still got to do it here. It's very uncomfortable. Like, just even talking about the fact that there's racism and people clench up. But once we start talking about it, people are like, oh, okay, this is... So I feel like as a society, not only just in productions, but as a society, let's start having those difficult conversations.
Definitely.
I don't understand your plight about land. What is that about?
What is that about?
Yes.
Exactly. I actually have a Herero friend, and we had a conversation, because, you know, there's always that running joke of, oh, Hereros and their cousins and whatnot.
And
so I was like, no, like, explain to me, because, you know, we laugh about it, but in the end, we're actually uneducated about why this happened. And then he explained to me everything, you know. So that was actually an interesting conversation and an interesting dialogue to have, to find out more about the Herero culture and why certain things are done the way they're done in that culture, you know. So when exactly is it? You did just say it's at the end of the month, but when exactly?
So it's on the 29th at the NTN.
At the National Theatre of Namibia.
So that's
How
the
much
premiere.
are tickets?
Well, that will be released soon by the NTN, so I don't want to get into the pricing, but do come through. So the premiere is on the 29th, and then we're also going to have another show right after that, and we'll also be traveling with this. So we'll be in Swakop, we're going to be in Okakarara, we're going to be in Oshinene. So we were trying to do as much as we can with so obviously if we can expand further, we would.
I'm definitely excited. So you heard that here first on the 29th of June. Don't miss this exciting play. Thank you so much, Glenora, for, you know, chatting up a storm with me about an uncomfortable conversation.
Thank you.
Stick around, because we'll be back with our Talk of the Town segment. And today, as part of its rural schools projects, telecommunications giant MTC handed over 4 newly constructed classrooms and 1 storeroom to Groentrai Primary School, situated on a farm southwest of Rehoboth. Deputy Minister of Education Faustina Kali inaugurated the new infrastructures.
Where in our education system we will have learners in our schools that are serious with their education, who are learning, and teachers in our schools that are serious with their work, who are teaching. I want to see a situation where we have principals in our schools that are always provide quality leadership. I want to see parents that are supporting the education of their children. I want to see an enhanced and integrated public-private partnership where our partners are moving along with us, mitigating the challenges we face in our education system. let me use this opportunity to call for a renewed spirit, a new spirit of patriotism, as MTC show us, a new spirit of hard work, a new spirit of understanding that the challenges we face as a nation can hurt us all unless we stand together and work together in harmony. Let me thank MTC Namibia for this generous and very important donation. Today, you have planted a seed, and the products from this seed will be productive citizens of our beloved country, Namibia. I implore on all of us, as recipients of this noble gesture, to take care of this building, of this infrastructure, and ensure that it is well maintained to ensure its durability. I now have the single honor and privilege not to receive these classrooms officially, which will be inaugurated today. I receive it on behalf of the community of Hurundrai Primary School.
Well, what an interesting episode we had today. 30 minutes is not enough when the two of us are together because we always have a lot to talk about and a lot to discuss. But I have to say, I do enjoy having you on the show. And thank you for joining me today.
This was an interesting show. I mean, I got to be on the other side being a guest. So
how did that feel? That
was like, what?
But that is it for today's episode of Smell the Coffee. You can catch us again tomorrow, and you can catch Glenora on Saturday's episode of Smell the Coffee. Until then, it's all our love, all our light, and adios.